Jason, Marcus.
Jason.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming today. Hey, so you'll be graduating in just a few weeks.
Yeah, I will be graduating at the end of this week, in fact. And yeah, that will be 3 years from from when I entered.
Excellent. And what's with your bachelor's in computer science? What is there a specific area in which you're going after to specialize in?
Well, specifically within the computer science degree, I went on a track for computer vision.
Okay.
So I would say computer vision and algorithms are probably 2 points that I am interested in going towards the most.
Okay. And now tell me a little bit about your interest in computer vision. What exactly within computer vision are you wanting to do? Are you wanting to, like for example, are you wanting to do more UI graphic tool development, or are you looking even higher and further than that, looking at the human interaction portion of computer vision?
I'm probably more interested in the human-computer interaction portion of vision. How my interest in computer vision and my interest in algorithms tie together, it's often with most of the projects that I've done in school were involving processing of an image, like the data of an image, finding certain points in the image, like for a face, or like synthesizing textures out of a certain small sample. So I would say that kind of stuff.
So with that then, do you have an interest in gaming?
Yes, I definitely have an interest in gaming, and I also have a very specific interest in programming games.
Okay.
I have found that when I was in the Video Game Developers Club at UC Irvine, I tended to fall closely into the role of gameplay programmer, the sort of person who often worked with design and had a great role in programming. Okay,
and with your development skills, is C# or C++ your strongest?
I would say C# is slightly stronger at this point.
All right.
You know, it's gotten pretty close between C++ and C#, but I would say C#.
Okay. And then with some of these projects, how big was the development team for them?
The development team, it ranged between, all right, let's see here. For a few of these, I just started off by myself.
Okay.
At most, I would say there were about 12 or so people working on the same project together. That project would probably be Masteroid in the Game Jam.
Right.
It was actually randomly shuffled. We just got into groups during this Game Jam, designated by like the people who were arranging it, and then told to act fast. Let's make a game in a quick moment of time.
Okay. All right. So high interest in game development or game program,
yes.
using computer vision
yes.
as a specialty.
Yeah.
Right?
Computer vision or algorithms.
Or algorithms.
Yes.
Okay. So interesting that would be your interest. And the reason why is because we have a development team within our R&D organization. So our R&D organization is up in San Mateo, about 100 engineers, and we split that organization into 3 to 4 main key areas. Okay.
I see.
We have the tool chain and technology. We have operations and production, and then we have user interaction technology. The user interaction technology group, there's a small little stealth little team of highly talented individuals that they have free reign to pretty much develop and come up with ideas and new technologies and new features that can be incorporated into our platform. The people that we look for
what sort of platform is it? you might want to back up a bit. Your platform. What do you mean by that?
So platform meaning that, so you have the PS2, you have the PS3, you have the PS4, and you have the Vita, right?
Actual platform, console platform.
Right, exactly. Right. So when we say that, that's what I mean by platform.
Okay.
So they are looking at right now, they're working on some pretty cool little PS3 little technologies and features, but they also highly, about 80-90% of their time is on PS4. Okay, so what they look for is talented individuals, much like yourself, who have that algorithm development background, who has that computer vision background, right? And then from there, they look at, okay, how can we make the user experience fun? We don't care about how can we make the platform work, right? Because our platform already works. We want people who are like, okay, if I'm playing a game, where can my creative mind go?
I see.
Right? So pretty much whatever you can think of that you think would be kind of cool, no matter how outlandish it may sound right now, they're looking and they're testing and they're evaluating whether or not, A, is this a good feature set or technology to have, and B, when is the right timing to release that the market might be ready.
I see.
So, give you a little bit more example to that. Move.
What's up, man? Sorry, I like
an engineer.
PlayStation Move.
Exactly. An engineer in this group just came up, just started messing around. Thought, hey,
you just thought of the move,
exactly.
like
Boom.
out of nowhere, and this, hey, let's work on this. And
and tested it.
Really, what was the process? I mean, did it start off? It started off with one person, but then how long did they work with it, like within their little team, before it like spread out and got other people involved or something like that?
So my understanding based upon my relationship with our hardware team to see how many times they go ahead and do a product release, it wasn't a very long, vicious cycle, right? I mean, it was, fairly short on that, right? Because basically what happened is that the team now huddled around this idea, and everybody, really wanted to assess this type of technology or this type of feature for the user. And from there, the commitment came, the testing happened, and it's really staying. And there's
it just came to be?
Exactly. There's other things that are happening, right? It's some that I can't talk about.
That's understandable.
But I was very surprised at what this team is doing and what is the possibility for us as gamers to say that.
Yeah.
So I think what the best steps would be is a couple of things. One, let's get a technical phone interview set up with you and the hiring manager. Okay, and then if that goes well, then they'll have you talk with one of our engineers. And then if that goes well,
is it one of the engineers within that little group, or is it just wide? Okay,
it's a small group. Right now, it's 3 individuals.
Wow.
And we'll probably build that to maybe another 3. Right, so it's gonna be a small, really cool elite team of people that that we want to work with and whatnot. And then if that goes well, have you fly up. Right, we'll fly you up. Interview with the team, get to know other members of the team that will be interacting with this core team, and from there, if you like it and we like you, then we go to offer.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I see.
What questions do you have for me?
What sort of background do the people in the kind of team that hypothetically I would join? What sort of background do they come from? Like, how about like degrees, for instance, degrees or like interests, basically the same things that you asked me.
You bet. So we have individuals that'll either have masters or bachelors.
Let's see.
And we'll even look at those that maybe may not have a computer science degree, right? But yet their experience and their passion for that. So we look at passion.
I see.
We look at someone who is heavily into games.
I see.
We look at somebody who understands and wants to build a user experience instead of building a game.
So they do like games.
Right.
They are into gaming.
They are into gaming, absolutely. They're into gaming, and they're into, looking at, wow, I'm playing this game. Wouldn't it be cool if I can do this or have this or,
All right.
or...
Yeah, I see. It's, from my experience, I've just seen like programmers fall into like those sorts of roles where there's one type of programmer who's like, oh, I just want to do something and make something, and they're not usually like actually paying attention to the game part. And then there's the people who are like actually like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if, exactly what you said.
Right, exactly. And so we look at that. We look for someone who wants to always test, right, and always explore on that, right? I mean, what if you're playing a game and you get your hands get tired of control? Wouldn't it be cool to control the game in a different way or whatnot, right? So is these types of
always
things that we look at.
Always looking for something to make things better.
Exactly. So and then we look at years of experience, right? We'll look at, like yourself, right? Just recently graduated, but the games in which you've done, the technical experience that you've gathered, and your passion. Hey, that's of interest to us. And then we'll look at other people who are like, oh, you know what? One day I developed this, and whether it's for work or whether it's in their garage, whatever. These are the type of people, right? We like people who always are challenging the status quo, looking at things to do. So it's a matter of strong computer skills. Okay, a strong computer science background is important. Understanding of algorithms, understanding of graphics or embedded development, or any type of computer vision, and any type of computer interaction type of technology and experience, all within the gaming world.
All right. I see. All right. I think that's everything that I would have asked.
Excellent. Well, thanks for coming in, and we'll get a hold of you soon.
Thanks. I think I talked a little bit too fast. That's the one thing that I would probably end up kicking myself on the most. As for how well I was able to communicate, I would say using a lot of the examples of what was already in my resume and expanding upon that was probably something that helped me the most in explaining the entirety of my resume.
The biggest thing, and I think to Jason's credit, is he was able to very clearly and succinctly let me know about his schooling, what he's good at, where his interests are, as well as his projects, and what that entailed as far as, he gave me an overview picture of the team members involved, and what the ultimate goal and mission was of that. And I think those were key. To me, that's the biggest thing. Because when you're looking at a recent college grad, you're wanting to understand where their passion is, and then where their technology strength is as a second point. Because when we understand both those things, then we get a better, clear understanding of, okay, what are the different various groups that might be interested on that. And as you saw from the interview, at first I looked at his resume and I'm like, okay, I'm going to go this route with him. But after talking to him, in the middle of talking with him, I presented another group, which realistically I believe is a potential opportunity.